be nominated by your son, who knows you warts and all. I was just totally moved and speechless.
I probably don't tell her how impressive I find her often enough. You know, I love my mum, and I'm very proud of her.
Although Jane's second pregnancy in 1997 had all been going to plan, her baby Theo was born 15 weeks premature.
We went to see him in the neonatal unit, and he's, you know, covered in wires and lights and flashings and beeps going off all the time. Gorgeous, sweet little boy who was looking like he wasn't going to make it. The chaplain came over and conducted a little ceremony, which was, you know, desperately moving. I do remember the chaplain talking about how much love that we as a family had had for Theo even before he was born, and that we would all meet him again. Theo was just over 17 hours when he died.
As Jane and her husband were leaving intensive care, it was suggested the cause of baby Theo's death might have been Group B strep.
All the information books that I'd got together during my pregnancy with Ollie and then my pregnancy with Theo, there was nothing about Group B strep in any of them.
I'd never heard of Group B strep, and frankly most of the people that I knew who had had babies also hadn't heard of it.
It's a condition caused by bacteria that live normally in the woman's body, but the mother's own bacteria could kill her baby. And mothers, when they first hear about this, are shocked. And they're shocked that their doctors, midwives, obstetricians haven't raised the issue, haven't talked about testing for it.
Between a quarter and a third of women will actually be carrying Group B streptococcus in the vagina during childbirth. And if the baby picks it up, a proportion of them, about 1 in 300 of those that are colonised, will become ill. The bacterium, instead of just covering them, will get into the wrong tissues and create things like meningitis, pneumonia. And then the baby can get very sick, be in intensive care, and sadly, in a few cases, even dies.
Despite Group B strep being the most common cause of severe infection in newborn babies, it's not something that pregnant women are routinely told about as part of antenatal care. So often, the first time a parent hears about Group B strep is when they hear that their baby has this infection.
Jane decided to set up a charity called Group B Strep Support.
The main objectives of Group B strep support is making people aware of this condition, and not just pregnant mums, but the medical profession and the nursing profession. You know, we all need to know more about this condition and the consequences of not testing for it.
You can ask for it to be tested for. It might be picked up on other tests, but it's not routinely tested for, and that is what Jane wants to happen, so that what happened to her 17 years ago never happens again to another mum here in the UK.
It was absolutely a fantastic route to channel the grief that I had. It was an opportunity to do something constructive.
Standard tests don't detect Group B streptococcus in the way that the gold standard enriched culture medium test does. They only pick up about 60% of cases instead of 90% of cases with the gold standard test. The gold standard test will be additional. It cost about £11 within the NHS to provide this additional information, which will potentially prevent the most serious cause of newborn infection.
When my son Adam was born, at 16 hours old, he became incredibly ill. His entire body shut down, and it became clear he was infected with Group B strep meningitis. There was a period of time when I was convinced that I had made my baby sick, that my body was killing that of my baby, and it was a horrific experience. We asked permission to take a photo of him, and we genuinely thought it was the only photo we were ever going to have. Thankfully, Adam survived, but Group B strep meningitis has left Adam hearing impaired, visually impaired, globally developmentally delayed. He has difficulty eating. He is more than likely autistic. He is profoundly disabled. I had never heard of Group B strep, and I needed to know why nobody had told me. But Jane has just been a rock of support.
Jane is campaigning for the UK to join many other European countries in making the gold standard test compulsory.
If we were in France or Germany or Spain or Italy, we wouldn't be having this discussion because women are all offered screening.
She's also worked very closely with her own MP and with other politicians across the different parties. There are babies who are alive today and who are well because of the work that Group B Strep Support has done.
She's not going to rest until she sees other mothers potentially freed from the danger and the harm that she saw coming to her own child.
It can be a difficult thing to do, but it's almost like I've got to do it because I've got to make a difference. Things have to change.
Jane is passionately devoted to this cause. I don't think there is any greater inspiration than having one of your children die to make you determined to prevent that for other people.
Nothing can be done for me in my situation, nothing can be done for lots of families affected by Group B Strep, but actually families in the future, it doesn't have to be the case.
I don't think I've ever really had the chance to say to Jane, you're doing a bloody good job, keep at it, and we're all behind you.